G'day, it's Ryan the Lion from A Few Quiet Yarns, and I'm sitting here with the Spectrum team. On my left is Anton Alders, and on his left is Josh Warman. We're sitting in the University Gardens with the Spectrum offices behind us. Beautiful afternoon here, just leading up to the September 19th, A Few Quiet Yarns. So let's crack into it, guys. Let's start with introducing yourself. Remember, this is let them meet the person. We'll talk about the business later. So we'll start with you as your closest, Anton.
Sure thing. So hey guys, Anton Alders, one of the directors at Spectrum, head up sales. But most importantly, got a family, wife, 3 cool kids, and a really naughty kid, which is my race car.
Well, I'm glad you framed it as that's the naughty kid, because it certainly wouldn't be you that's naughty.
Sometimes.
And what about you, Josh?
Yeah, hi everyone, Josh Warman. I'm one of the directors at Spectrum 2 and run the delivery team. I have the very fortunate position of having a little 6-month-year-old, so managing my family at work and my family at home has been a little challenging period, but she's been a bundle of joy to us, so yeah, enjoying that at the moment.
Well, I love how you framed that, and the family at work and the family at home. Very AFQY, you might have heard me say that before, so that's really good to hear. And in terms of the race car, so in the recent post I said, who's the person that is a race car driver? It's this man.
Yep.
And
Me.
Not only that, but you just explained before we got on camera that you designed and built the whole thing from scratch yourself. So it's not a kit set, it's all designed and built by yourself. So yeah, it's quite outstanding, really. Quite impressive.
Yeah, it was a journey, that's for sure. Learning how to do it, learning how to draw in CAD and how to design, and then laying up carbon fibre, and needed a lot of people to teach me some good skills along the way, but glad I got on the track, and it's exciting to drive. Gets me in a bit of trouble sometimes, but hey, that's life.
So have you blown the cobwebs out down around, what is it, not Pukekohe, the
Hampton Downs?
Hampton Downs, yeah.
Yep. So I actually held the track record for a little while in our class, but few rounds at Hampton now. Love that track, especially the bigger track. It's great fun.
Great stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. And what about yourself, Josh? As well as a 6-month-old, what else do you get into outside of work? Yeah,
outside of work, so my big passion is spearfishing. So haven't had too many opportunities of late to get out and have a crack, but that's really what I'm into. Love being outdoors and under the water, in and around under the water, anything to do with the waters.
Well, there's only one other person I've ever heard talk about doing spearfishing. Yep. And they talked about this place where you dive down onto a ledge, and you're sitting on like this underwater ledge, and there's the fish come up over it, then you get them if they're the right fish, right size, right type, etc.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, that's quite an interesting pastime. Very cool. So let's get on to question 2, which is what impact are you making? So this is an opportunity to talk about what's happening, and I saw in the offices it's quite packed in there, and then I heard that there's 2 floors, so there's quite a bit of growth going on.
Yeah, it's exciting times. We're growing so fast at the moment, and I think that's one of the key things. When you look at the impact we're making, you look at our Spectrum family. We're employing local people, bringing more and more people on, and not only that, but just celebrating with them the things that they're interested in. I love race cars, so does one of our other family members over there, and there's a whole bunch of really diverse people, and just giving them the chance to get out and enjoy the things that they like doing, give them the opportunities to do it, and just share in the celebration with those guys. It's that's a great impact. That's one of the key things that I think we do. Great approach.
And anything to add from delivery there, Josh?
Yeah, I think the main thing is the diverse group of people we've got into some amazing stuff. So some of our guys are big on rock climbing, race car driving, we've got pilots. It's just cool to have all of those different aspects come through in the business, and get people to share their individual passions at work as well. So a real joy there, actually.
Well, it would certainly be a bit more interesting than my usual, which is the rugby, the go-to. But Otago did retain the Ranfurly Shield on the weekend, so Dad for Father's Day was quite happy, talking about family. So moving on to the third question, what's your AFQY experience? Now I know the answer to this, but I'll let you share what you want to say.
Yeah, look, haven't had a lot to do with it to date, but really excited, joining in, coming along, seeing what it's all about. I know a bunch of the crew are pretty keen to come along and get some customers along as well, and it should be a fun evening. Looking forward to it.
Will be a fun evening, always a good evening. But just as a little bit of context before we get to you, Josh, we won the Wellington event, and that's when you got in touch. You've also got a Wellington office or a Wellington client base as well?
Yeah, we have, decent client base down Welly, and Phil's leading the charge down there and office down there, so growing fast as well. We're going to have the same problems at some point in time with those guys down there, so
cool.
All good problems to have.
Yeah. And Josh, do you know much about this AQI thing?
No,
or?
look, I don't, to be honest. But like Anton said, really looking forward to seeing what it's about and spending some time with the wider group and audience. I know you've had a big impact in the market, so keen to see what we can do.
Excellent. So, on to our last and final question. What is the coolest thing in tech according to each of you? And this is not the highest trending thing on the internet or anything like that, but it could be something related to tech you put into the cars or something you're monitoring the kid with, who knows, but over to you guys.
Yeah, everything.
Look, sorry mate.
Yeah.
There's one that caught my eye recently, and on the car theme. It's really cool. There's this electric car they've created, quite small, and instead of just the hatch opening at the back, the entire thing opens up.
Okay.
Designed for people in wheelchairs, and they just roll straight in, hatch shuts, locks them in, and then turns into basically this car they can drive or handle created. And instead of modifying an old car to suit a wheelchair, this is an extension of them. So I think amazing tech that absolutely changes people's lives, and that's really cool.
That is very cool. I like. And what about yourself, Josh?
Yeah, I guess on the car theme, I'm a huge Tesla fanboy, and so my Model 3 arrives in a week and a half's time, and so I'm really looking forward to taking it for a drive. And
Same.
I was just going to say, plenty of time for me to come back. Plenty of time for me to come back. In fact, we should almost put the two cars on the track.
Yes, we should.
Yeah. Well, look, it's been fantastic having a bit of a yarn. As I said before, we're in the gardens just across the road, so beautiful day, and thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to it. So we'll wrap up there and give it the ka kite ano, or if you guys are car people, it might be more like rum rum.
Give it a hoon.
Give it a hoon. That's sweet. So cheers, thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.
And looking
Cheers,
forward to it.